holy Krakatoa, it's been 21 years of Shark Week. Like, you must have given up on the shark stories. How many things can you say about a fish? Well, guess what? Tons of stuff. We've got so many interesting angles. Like, one story that we're doing, and this is really something that hockey lovers would, it's like a shark story for hockey lovers. Essentially, with sharks, thanks for that, Jay Brody, sharks have this ability to regrow their teeth, like rows and rows and rows of these gleaming white angled, triangle teeth, right? Human beings, we can only grow 2 sets, baby teeth and adult teeth. Well, guess what? We're meeting scientists and researchers who are looking at the genetic profiles and the DNA of how sharks regrow their teeth so that one day hockey players are going to be able to regrow their teeth.
On the Todd Shapiro Show, SiriusXM 168.
But sitting in studio right now in a seat that normally Roddy Comer warms up for guests, but he couldn't even warm it up because she has a very important appointment that we can't talk about later, but maybe can talk about after it happens, after it does happen. The host of the Discovery Channel's The Daily Planet, Ziya Tong. How are you, Ziya?
Oh, I love being here. I love being back. I love how warm this seat is. It's certainly warmed up for me.
It's normally warmer.
Oh.
Roddy normally keeps it really warm for the guests. That's his job. He's a seat warmer, not as like a seat warmer for just to keep the seat, but for guests. It's a nice thing we do here.
I like it. It's better than those fancy cars, just having him come along, right?
He doesn't. He's actually the new feature of a Lexus. Like he just sits. It's not even a heated seat. A Maserati. Oh, the Maserati. I got it. Roddy's is
human body heat, though. I mean, you guys know that. I mean, I'm a total environmental nerd, right?
Yeah.
So actually in places like Sweden, that's what they do. They take the body heat and the sweat of all the commuters, and then they pipe all that body heat sweat and use it to heat buildings. So don't think for a second that a little bit of body heat doesn't go a long way.
Why aren't we all doing that? Like, if there's such technology that can exist and help save energy and stuff, why aren't we all doing that?
We should be looking to the Swedes, because the Swedes are all about the body heat.
Does it smell the heat though? Does it or do they filter out the BO part of it?
That may be a Canadian advancement that we could consider.
I like that. I like that. It's like we're the arm on the space shuttle. Like we're the underarm. Ziya's here, and again, not a lot of time. She's got to leave quickly, but she was gracious enough to pop on down to the studio. And this week on Discovery Channel, you guys are doing Shark Week again.
Just, like one of our favorite times of the year. And like every time we have new stories. You might think, holy Krakatoa, it's been 21 years of Shark Week. Like, you must have given up on the shark stories. How many things can you say about a fish? Well, guess what? Tons of stuff. We've got so many interesting angles. Like, one story that we're doing, and this is really something that hockey lovers would, it's like a shark story for hockey lovers. Essentially, with sharks, thanks for that, Jay Brody, sharks have this ability to regrow their teeth, like rows and rows and rows of these gleaming white angled, triangle teeth, right? Human beings, we can only grow 2 sets, baby teeth and adult teeth. Well, guess what? We're meeting scientists and researchers who are looking at the genetic profiles and the DNA of how sharks regrow their teeth so that one day hockey players are going to be able to regrow their teeth.
Or Russian women.
Yeah, there you go.
Because my wife is losing all her teeth, and they're costing me like for us. I shouldn't say me. She's like the breadwinner. Okay. They're like $4,000 a tooth.
There you go.
So I'd rather a shark tooth. Actually, that could be dangerous in other scenarios.
Yeah, you don't want that, Todd.
Well, it's nice for Halloween. It's a nice party trick.
I see a great, a great Sharknado movie here where humans actually get shark teeth, and then they're the ones that become like evil and stuff.
Exactly.
There's a whole movie out of this.
So that's a great one, but we have so many other ones. You guys have the scary shark music on, but why don't we put some lullaby music on?
They're sweet. Sharks are nice.
I love sharks. You guys know how much I love sharks, and we have some great shark affection stories. So like, there's this one guy who basically went down, and the footage, when you guys see this, it's going to blow your mind.
Hang on, is this the wrong music here?
I need some sweet music, like some Tinker.
Not this. This is
that's sexy music.
Okay, no.
No, I'll talk to you about shark mating if you're going to do that later.
Okay, let's hear some sweet lullaby.
La, la, la. Oh. Yeah, okay, there you go. That's a lot sweeter.
I'm a nice shark.
I like this. So basically,
are you a nice shark, Ziya Tong?
I'm not too sharky. I'm a little bit more like an eye. But anyway, so with these
What's
sharks,
an eye?
Oh, they're Madagascar, like they're these primates with really long fingers. Separate.
Okay. You're an eye. I'm
more into the eyes.
Okay.
But so anyway, with shark affection, this one guy, he goes down into the water and he rescued some sharks. He took some fish hooks out of these sharks. and the sharks kind of really adore him. So they swim up to him all the time, and he's kind of like the shark whisperer now. And they come up to him for cuddles and affection. It's not like anything I've ever seen in my adult life. We have another story about a man who dances with tiger sharks. So basically, he holds onto their snouts where they have this very sensitive ampullae of Lorenzini, this gel-filled sac that's, enables it's all their electrochemical sensors. But by rubbing it gently, he's able to activate the open jaw reflex, which is kind of scary. Tiger sharks are big. And then he's also able to swim with them upwards gently, and it looks like an underwater ballet. It's absolutely spectacular to behold. So when we say we have some really different angles on sharks this year, we really, 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 really do.
Let's just hope they don't bite, because then it'll be the nutcracker sweet. So are sharks evolving then? Is that they're starting to adapt to human beings a little more?
Well, here's the thing. Sharks are older than trees. Sharks have been around for longer than trees have been around. If you can get your head around that. Wow. They've been around for longer than dinosaurs, right? But everything is evolving. We're evolving. Sharks are evolving. But the problem is we're decimating sharks. I don't like that part very much. It's deeply upsetting to me because I love them. They look like, underwater swimming Porsches. They're just gleaming, beautiful creatures. And it really has an impact. If you knock out a shark, people are sometimes like, sharks. What's going to happen if you take out a shark? Yep. Maybe you're going to get some jellyfish. Because what would happen? I'll give you an example. It's like this sort of cascading sort of effect, this ripple effect. You take out the sharks, right? And the sharks would feed on the big groupers. Well, without the groupers, guess what happens? All those parrotfish, there's nothing to eat those parrotfish. So those parrotfish end up going crazy on the reefs, right? And then, you end up with things like reef destruction. And then the next thing you know, you end up having, a destroyed reef, collapsed ecosystem, and that affects all of our ability to fish. So there's a huge, sort of cascading effect when you take out sharks.
I was just going to use the word ecosystem for the first time on this program, and then because I sort of remember that. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's kind of sad. So, are we doing anything to preserve our sharks? Are we making sure there are more laws? Or are we being strict with shark poachers and people who are hunting for other fish that are just grabbing sharks in nets and things? Are we being more diligent?
Yeah. Well, we've got some great stories on my friend Rob Stewart, who is basically the director of Sharkwater. He's doing Sharkwater 2, which is fantastic. I mean, this man has single-handedly saved sharks in Palau.
He gets shot at again?
I don't know if he gets shot at this time, but I already know. I can't say what he's up to, but he's up to some dangerous, secretive, interesting, fascinating stuff. But in terms of technology, which of course we love to feature on the Discovery Channel, we're going to Australia and we're showcasing shark UAVs. So basically people have sent these drones up into the sky that have machine vision, but this machine vision is so advanced that in essence, it can tell the difference between a shark, a whale, a dolphin, a seal in the water. So only when it sees something that's a really significant, okay, that's a big shark, and this is right by a beach, ping, ping, it will hit the lifeguards and let people know to get out of the water, which is a really, really clever use of technology.
I've got very clever use, protecting humans and protecting sharks. I love to hear that. Ziya Tong, you have to run. I'm making sure, before you do, I have one question. By the way, you're the host of The Daily Planet on Discovery Canada at Ziya Tong. Shark Week airs this week from
Monday to Friday.
And the time again?
It's on, 7 o'clock is Daily Planet. And then, all the rest of the night, you can sit back and enjoy your sharky goodness. Forget Netflix and chill, people.
All right.
It's all about Shark Week and chill.
I love it.
Yeah. You had one question for me.
Yeah,
what is this?
And you got to go. You have such a big, important thing, too. I wish we could talk about that. We can't. And Ziya, you're such a good guest. I wish we could just catch up, but we can't.
I love hanging
and we
out with
will.
you guys.
Ziya, I have a theory that dinosaurs never existed.
Wow, you have a theory that is this kind of like we never went to the moon kind of theory, or what's your theory?
Yeah. I don't necessarily believe in evolution the way that we've been taught it.
Okay, so talk to me about it. Why do you feel that way?
Well, from what I've read, I've seen that it was to support Darwinism in about 1850 when a couple of British researchers found shark bones. And my whole thing is, how do we know that those bones? Because there's only been a few of them found in the grand scheme of things. If you were to think about how many dinosaurs they say existed. How do we know that they had small arms or long tails or big necks? And how is it sometimes physically possible even to have had a neck like that, say?
Oh, totally possible, because we have giraffes for one. That's possible. Yeah. But for another, birds, right? Birds are basically their descendants. So we certainly know that you can retrace.
So did they for sure exist?
For sure. I'm so sorry. They totally, for sure, completely
Have you
existed.
ever seen one?
And in terms of evolution, I see birds all the time. They're dinosaurs.
Okay.
But of course, if you look at like fetal development too, right? You see us. We have like little gill shapes. We look like fish. We look like different creatures as we're going through. You have a baby.
Yeah.
You know, we change shape, and we change shape into all these beautiful animal forms that we previously had. So there's little vestigial organs. An example is, you know why some people can wiggle their ears?
Why?
It's because, you know, you think of things like dogs or what have you, the ability to move your ears around, right? This is a vestigial ability that some people still have.
So they're half
Tailbones,
dogs?
we used to have, no, but it's a sign of
Is that
evolution.
you? Like, is that your team
This
going?
is
We got
my
to go.
team going.
You got to go. You got to go. I know. You
But
got to
anyway, I certainly don't want any, I can't leave
I'm
here
gonna come
without
with
you
some-
knowing. Evolution is true. There's no doubt about it. But
Okay.
if you want to get philosophical for 1 minute, and this is what I hate about coming on the show because I want to keep talking to you, we can get into that deep fizz of philosophy of does anything exist, Todd? Ultimately, do dinosaurs exist? Do you and I exist? Are we a simulation? I mean, we can go there. But we can't go there because I've got to go, man.
I'm totally smoking a joint before that show. Ziya Tong, thank you for your time. Have a great week on Shark Week.
Such a pleasure.
And
I love chatting with you guys. Thank you so much.
have a wonderful night. I do want to call you in the next few days to find out how this night went, even though we can't talk about this night until after. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
We appreciate your time.
That was another rare moment in mainstream media where your broadcasters actually spoke the truth. Okay, we lied. We're not quite mainstream. We're bigger. The Todd Shapiro Show on SiriusXM 168.
Hey, what's up? I'm Roddy. Subscribe to our channel. You're going to love it. For the rest of this episode, you got to check out our podcast online on the website. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed.